Yoga has done several things for my life. One of the most important things is community, which is why I started HopAsana. Not only to try to, find the breath and to have veterans and people find their mat, but the community is the closest that I've found to what I had when I was in the service. In the military, you do everything as a group. You establish identity and bonds with everybody else. You definitely find a community that is supportive of you, and that really stuck with me. September of 2003, I was performing convoy operations with my squad, and we hit an IED, and it threw several members of my squad from the vehicle, and I sustained severe injuries, from traumatic brain injury to compression fracture in my back, crushed both of my feet, and I really don't remember anything immediately prior to several weeks after. I was in a coma. I woke up in a hospital room, and my parents were there, and they were telling me that the doctor said I would never walk again, and I was crushed. I was defeated. After a few weeks of starting my rehabilitation process, I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to agree with it, and I knew I was going to walk again. I had no idea then how far I would go, but I do remember not wanting to accept that I was going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. I actually found yoga when I moved here to Maryland. When I lived in Phoenix, which is where I lived before here, I was running several miles every day, half marathons, full marathons, and Arizona is flat and dry, and so it was very easy to run there compared to here. So I found a hot yoga studio and started practicing, mainly just to acclimate myself to the climate here in Maryland. And I fell in love with the practice. I fell in love with the physical practice of yoga, and eventually the mindfulness of it. And so I decided to teach yoga in breweries to get more people to find their mat, as well as to experience the community that you find after practice by sitting down with people who you just shared the mat with, who you just shared breath and sweat with, sitting down over a beer and just talking, getting to know each other. You don't get that in a yoga studio. And the community, to me, is one of the most important things that I have found, or that have come out of my yoga practice. I didn't want to stop giving when I took off my uniform. I felt I gave a lot for my country, for my community when I was in the service, and I know that yoga and mindfulness and meditation has helped me so much that I wanted to make sure other veterans, other people with PTSD had that available to them, or at least know that it is available, and let them try to find their mat, find their community, and find their peace again.